Hi guys, welcome back to Raw Trading FX. So hopefully everyone are doing good. So I'll also show you the position that we have taken now. I think it's already done. So it was just before like uh, 20 minutes or 15 minutes before we starting the live session. So I've taken this trade. I'll explain you everything about this trade, this pro thought process of how I went with this trade. Right? And I've also got the credentials of my new prop firm account, and it's for $5,000. So I'll be starting on that from today, and I'll also post every single thing that I do about the trades that I've taken in that prop firm account. So now let's get started with how the thought process and how the process of how I've taken this trade. So let me just mark down the zones for you guys. So I'll just show, this is a 1 minute time frame the trade was. So I'll just show you guys how it looks in the bigger time frame. So let's just mark here. So the bigger time frame or the higher time frame has the breakoff structure here. So it was bearish from the beginning of the day, right? So it gave us a change of character here. So I broke the structure. Again, we did not mitigate it to our premium zone so we can take trade, but it show clear signs of it going down, right? See, it's going down. It's bearish at the moment. So right now we are still waiting for it to be mitigated here, and it still hasn't formed any base in the 15 minutes. So we're not going to look into it now because we are intraday traders and scalpers, so we don't look about it much. Only if it comes to our zone, yes, we can take it. So let's look at 5 minutes. So I had few marked down few zones in 5 minutes, but even it didn't tap into those zones. Almost it did not tap into those zones. So I can see here it formed a base here. So I'll just take this out. Yeah, so it did not reach our premium discount tool, or it did not reach the get into the premium zone of ours. So we don't take that. It is not validated as the change of character for us, right? Until it passes one of our criteria, which it did not, so it does not qualify. So next, we look into the next one. We take this out, and now we look into the next base it formed. So this is the base. Mark out the base, and this base again formed another base here, clear base, and it went down. So now the next thing that we'll be waiting on 5 minutes is for that to be mitigated into our zone. Let me just show it here. So this is our zone right now. So this is too big of a zone, but I will look into it. I'll just show it how to look into the smaller time frame. Yeah, so right now we are looking into the zone. I'll just take this out. Yeah, so right now we are looking into this zone here as it qualifies our criteria of raw break of structure, right? So the first break of structure or the first confirmation, the change of character here, and this is the raw break of structure. So now we wait for it to form a base. Until it forms a base, we can't validate that it is a raw break of structure until it forms a base. So we wait for the base right now. I'll just leave it this way, and we'll wait for the raw break of structure, or we'll wait for the base to be formed so that it can qualify into our zone, right? So now I'll go about with our zone here. Just a moment, guys. I'm having some technical difficulties. Just give me a quick minute here. Yes, so thank you for staying, guys. So now, as I told you, I've taken a trade earlier, before like 15 to 20 minutes before we starting the session. So I'll go through about with that trade, and I'll explain you how it went through or how was the thought process that I took into. It was just a scalp because 1 minute most of the time it would be a scalp itself because the moves are quick, but you get a scalps. Most of the time it will be scalps itself because the candles are too large for it to for us to get it capitalized, right? So I'll explain you how this worked. I'll just remove all these. So now, so as we can see here, the market is falling, like it is bearish, right? So from the higher time frame, we drop down to the lower time frame. It is falling down. So now we mark out this zone. So this was last piece. It broke. Actually, this was the last piece. It broke the last piece. It went higher, but it could not go up above higher, and it formed a base here, right? So as you can see, it formed a base. So next, we mark the zone out here. So this was the next zone. So we mark out this zone, right? And then now let's just mark out our premium and discount tool, and we'll change this to the change of character because we did not get any confirmation that it is a raw break of structure, right? So then we go about marking the zones here. So obviously this will be the zone that we will not look into much because we need our raw breakout structure where we can mark these zones for us, right? So now let's just mark this out. So it has given us a raw breakout structure. So we just mark out first. Yeah. So this is the raw breakup structure. We wait until it forms a base. Let form the base here, right? So it formed a base here now. So now we go ahead and mark out the zones of ours. So this would be the zone that we'll be waiting from. So I'll just change it to supply. So this is the zone for us. So now we wait for the zone. When as soon as it comes here, we take the confirmation of ours. So and we mark it out on the upper candle. And I've taken this trade until the end of the this was the exact trade. I'll just mark it down. Let me just give me a moment. I'll just check where I'm taking. Yeah. So I've taken it out here. This and we got the candle. Yeah, we got a good R also here, right? So we took a trade here and trade here. It gave us an RR. It's fine. It has given us an R. But the main thing is that we look into this and see how clearly it has formed a D. Yeah, as I told you before, so we look into the clear price action of our supply and demand, the transferring of the money here, right? So it gave us a first it gave us a confirmation that it's going to go down, and then it gave us a clear confirmation that it broke the structure, and then we look about entering the trade. So this is just a one of my models that we have, but this is a good one which gives a safe RR to go about it.